Welcome, y'all. Welcome.
Hold me on the dark side, hold me on the dark side, only on the dark side, baby. We could take a night drive, baby. Crash into the starlight, baby. We could do it all night, we could do it all night, only on the dark side, baby. All my friends, they call you crazy, but I've been thinking about you lately. We can turn the lights off, we can turn the lights off, only on the dark side, baby. Take me to the dark side, baby. Stuck inside a daydream lately. Hold me on the dark side, hold me on the dark side, only on the dark side, baby. We could take a night drive, maybe. Crash into the starlight, baby. We can do it all night, we can do it all night, only on the dark side, baby. All my friends, they call me crazy. I've been thinking about you lately. I can meet you in the lights on, we can turn the lights on, only on the dark side, baby. Sunrise in your eyes.
Yeah, I feel a little bit.
Hold me on the dark side, hold me on the dark side, only on the dark side, baby. We could take a night drive, baby. Crash into the starlight, baby. We could do it all night, we could do it all night, only on the dark side, baby. All my friends, they call me crazy. I've been thinking about you lately. I can meet you in the lights on, we can turn the lights on, only on the dark side, baby. Sunrise in your eyes. We can say goodbye. Born inside us, understand.
Okay, y'all, welcome, because we don't have that much time, but that song does open me up and get me happy, relatively happy and positive always. So I want to say shouts out to God for this beautiful Sunday afternoon, and to everybody else. Thank you. Welcome. Since we press for time, we probably just have one or two songs this afternoon. So be right back.
The song will be 262. I love my city too.
mighty grace, and who brought us to that land so bright and fair. We will praise His name forever as we look upon His face. Everybody will be happy over there. Everybody will be happy over there. We will sing, we will shout, sing, will praise. Everybody will be happy over there.
And number 7, holy, walking in sunlight. Walking in sunlight, all of my journey over the mountain, the deep end. Jesus has said that I'll never forsake the keeper of His divine never can fail. Heavenly Son, alive, heavenly Son, alive, the love in my soul with glory divine. Hallelujah, I rejoice, singing in His praises. Jesus is mine. Shadows around me, shadows above me, never conceal my Savior and God. He is the light in this dark darkness. Close to His side, oh, heavenly Son, alive, heavenly Son, alive, for loving my soul with glory divine. Hallelujah, here I am rejoicing, singing and praising. Here Jesus is mine. In the bright sunlight, here and I rejoicing, blessing my way with you, mansions above, singing His praise. Walking in sunlight of love. Come on, heavenly sunlight, heavenly sunlight, blood in my soul, with glory divine. Come on and hallelujah, yeah, I am rejoicing, singing His praises. Yeah, Jesus is mine. Let's just say amen. If you don't mind, let us all stand up over.
In the bright sunlight, ever rejoicing. All right, this is the last one. Y'all know I want to hear it too. What a fellowship, what a joy divine. I love it, bro. I can't help it.
Okay, I enjoy like 190, right? 190, was that it? Let's see. What a fellowship, what a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessing is, what a peace in mind, leaning on the everlasting. And you know we are leaning on Jesus, and we're leaning Jesus, and we say, to you are from all love. And you know we are leaning on Jesus, and we're leaning on Jesus, and we're leaning on the everlasting. Oh, how sweet to walk in it. Y'all gotta sound like it. Really, come on. Oh, where we leaning on the everlasting. I'm living from day to day we're leaning on the everlasting. And you know we are leaning, not by yourself, but you're leaning on Jesus, and we say thanks to you from all I you know we're leaning on Jesus, my Lord, we're leaning on Jesus, and we're leaning on the everlasting. Oh, somebody say what have I to get? What have I to feel? Leaning on the everlasting. So dear and well, leaning on the everlasting. Lost you know we're leaning on Jesus, and we're leaning. So please say, as of you from all, you ain't got to do it by yourself, leaning on Jesus, we're leaning on Jesus, and we're leaning on the everlasting. Tell your neighbor that you're leaning on Jesus, yes, we are leaning on Jesus, and we're saying, secure. Oh, you ain't gotta worry about nothing. We're leaning on Jesus, and we're leaning on the everlasting arms.
Oh, how sweet to walk in this pilgrim way. Yeah, that's like one of my favorites.
David,
Thank y'all.
the
Thank
movie.
you.
I will not be.
Hey, y'all be careful with this little Y'all see this little David movie that they got coming out, man. Because we ain't supposed to be making no images, no idols, no reflections of what it was like. Nothing like that. So, I don't know if I approved of it. And they asked, and I was able to be like, yeah, but just be careful. Because a lot of stuff that's in the Bible gets taken out and replaced for entertainment to make you entertain versus actual following God, learning, and being saved. So just be careful of that and be aware. I'm just going to just a little bit.
Softly and tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. See on the portals, he's waiting and watching, watching for you and for me. Come home, come home. Ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, oh sinner, come home. Oh, for the wonderful love he has promised, promised for you and for me. Though we have sinned, he has mercy and pardon, pardon for you and for me. So he calls and says, come home, come home. Ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, patiently, Jesus is calling, calling, oh sinner, come home, come home, come home. Ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, oh sinner, come home.
And I wasn't even going to do the whole song, but it was calling. Softly and tenderly. That's why I love that song so much. It's so truthful to it. And it's like, even though it's calling softly and tenderly, it's doing so much work. It's out there calling with his hands extended. Like, it's out there, like, gathering you softly and tenderly. So it's still committing work, but softly and tenderly. So, I don't know, just the song and the production of the words and the atmosphere and, the bless and genuineness and the gift that God gives with that hymn is just Amazing, everyone. Amazing. I wonder if it's my praise. Every Sunday, every week, I've been trying to start off, God is good, praising him and stuff like that. And it continues to go in a certain direction. So we're going to switch that. We're not going to praise first. We're going to refuse first. We're going to complain. We're going to stop, groan, and moan about everything. So this week has been crazy. As a fighter that is in this fight and in this bout and in this dispute for God, taking up for him and fighting for him on his behalf and winning, overpowering, overcomplishing my opponent, my enemies, and those against me. Like me and him was just talking about it ourselves, and like I said, I feel more targeted, more intentionally brought to be upset, more with things made to make me upset. That, and honest with God, in his love, I would rather just refuse it and continue to show his love and mercy on his behalf, standpoint, my behalf, my brothers, sisters, grandmother and mother, as well as my wife, mother, grandfather, father, just everyone in my family that loves me, from the prophets to prophetesses, mothers and fathers to the women and men God produced for his name's sake. And it just got me to the point that I just started noticing there's so many consistencies of the betrayal aspect. If God is fighting for me, I'm not gonna go, yeah, I'm not gonna force him to. It's just expected. He came up with something new again, which caught me off guard. I guess I didn't really notice it. So I was trying to do something new again, and something happened where I needed it, just his guidance, go left or right. What do I do? Do I do this? Do I do that? Like, I just needed help. And he tried to do it again. And at this point, I'm like, okay, it's to the point. It's ridiculous, because if you have time to do this, you're in no need in any danger. And you have time to play around. You got time to mess with me. And instead of offering any form of his hand or assistance to help or aid or guide me, it was as if he was trying to trigger me, trying to provoke me, and trying to anger me and cause these things intentionally. God ascended me to the point where, welcome. If it was like a helping hand in front of me, assisting me and giving me guidance and giving me aid and stuff like that, and it would do certain decisions and make certain, opportunities to be blessed, God would say, do you approve of this? Do you want this? Does this pass your standards? And it was like, no, because it brought conflict. Me and God would never conflict. The communication between me and him is different. What you would think, you would be so angry, you would find you just talk to him. So the communication is different. And in this point, I'm angry. I'm not calm. I'm not talkative. I'm not, trying to compromise. I'm straightforward. I'm upset. I'm angry. So do you want this? And again, a lot of times I'd be like, no. A lot of times I'd say, okay, let's see. A lot of times, okay, yeah, I liked it. It was cool. This particular, I didn't like it. because it provokes conflict between me and God, which we never had. So now that me and him disagree and we're not on the same terms, is the first red flag. But for his son just now opening up learning, I didn't understand that. I didn't know I had that right and that option to be treated right and fairly, and have a choice. So it became, is this being done right? Do you approve of it? So I had ascended to that ability to make those decisions when certain things offered help and aid in circumstances. This being one, I didn't approve of it. It did the same thing, inconsistent, harmful, would rather throw negative and sit me in negative than dwell, get out of it, find what's righteousness about the situation, and cling to that instead. It was always proactive to negativity, to sin, some form of attacking me, which again led me back to his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were sweeter than honey, but they were drawn swords. So it made me think of him offering help, his forgiveness, him saying he knows the way where I'm supposed to go, which we also have to reflect that is an option. That's an actual mineral. That's an actual congregation. That's an actual proceeding. That's an actual someone with that motivation in his heart to present this to you in the form of offering help. So again, I'm not thinking, I'm not, but I'm knowing the form of help that he's offering is something that's leading back to this conflict. Then you have my opponent on top of me doing things that further inflict, because the only thing, what up, spirit? The only thing is God is in control. You understand? So everything is his decision. If I'm led back to this guy and some negativity occurs, it was all God following. It was all him leading. I'm not doing anything. I'm following him. So if he led that was him bringing me to that point. So if he led me to point A and left me at point B, point C was me being angry that A and B was a setup the whole time. So I was getting upset more so like that and reacting to those. Even if it seems as a blessing, everything was going good and it was cool, the reality of what I had to accept and things like that. So that wasn't cool and stuff like that. So my reflection again. And it's sad because now I don't want anything. I don't want the Bible. I don't want God. I don't want my prophecy. I don't want... It went that far. Kakarot 2-3 months ago would never give up his name, his ideal, ideology, his fascination with himself and what I can do and what I've done, the things I've taught, my teaching, my spirit, my students. I gave up everything. I didn't even want to come this Sunday and preach because I felt my life, the word and me speaking was useless. And that's when you give up. When you give up, you have that kind of, disappointment amongst yourself that you don't want to continue anything. And having an opponent that's, not caring from day one, willing to take me out and beat me. And I've given up, and it's as if I couldn't stand on my own against him. Didn't help. Especially when you're already reflecting something else is causing you to feel you don't want to continue. You don't want to keep fighting. So, because that was the motivation, I refused to, if it resulted to this being every time this is what happens, I refuse to keep doing it. And then I started reflecting myself. I didn't want any, I'm mad at God because I'm like, you led this, you brought this. You could have did this, you could have chose to do that, you could have listened to me. And because how I'm seeing it as when I ask him and he refuses, and it'd be something we was working on or something, so I have a reason to ask for it. And he refuses and returns to this big old engagement between me and him. I reflect and go, the time we spent engaging with each other upset versus how you made me upset by just refusing to, even consider what I'm offering or asking. The time spent for that could have been used to help. And instead of helping, whatever decision was so greater was going to result to like the best time of my life, resulted to me being upset, not even wanting to live and wanting to fight in this fight anymore. So now I'm double upset and mad now because I listened to you, trusted your guidance, and you guided me to the point of nowhere, and me getting even more madder, not even wanting to continue to do and struggle the way I was struggling anymore, which, once reflected, I was doing greater off than what I'm doing now, of course. Of course I would have chose that. And I reflect of what brought it there. But then you got God every day, waking up, blessing me, fighting for me, protecting me, keeping me safe, keeping me sheltered. When I shouldn't even be here preaching, able to talk to you the way I'm talking, he blessed me that I'm able to do it. No problems, nothing, right? And here I am getting mad, accusing him of being this horrible person. After all this time, he's doing the best and the greatest and the love he can to keep me up and make sure I don't fall and fail after I gave up and did these negative things and, destroyed my good name and the fame and, just the praise of who I am for everyone, basically destroyed everyone's salvation in me to be who brought it. And he was always making sure my words, I never fell to the ground. I never was thrown to the ground. I never was casted to the ground, placed out of position. He made sure that I couldn't do it. I would have been burning in hell right now on earth. And so to say all these things about my man is like blasphemy itself, hypocrite itself, a loser himself, because look at my reflection of him immediately after he did that. And just like the prophecy of Israel, brought Israel out of the brink of death, and immediately they turned their back on God. And I'm reading, no way, who could do that? And here I am right now, so angry, and did that, and even worse than what they did. And he still managed to keep me up, keep himself up, be God, not have one word said about him that could be humiliated and against me and used to curse his name and make him fall or stumble or seem to not appear almighty. And I'm bringing that to him. I'm causing that. I'm giving his enemies this ammunition to strike him with. And in the past, hopes they brought him down and destroyed him. And I was mad like that. And he still kept me. And even though he's doing all that for me, here I am. My appreciation is to do it all over again. And what he saved me from, fall even worse and build something even more worse destruction upon myself to show my gratitude. So I'm doing this while I'm talking and going through this, saying this, expecting him to be this, asking him for that, like I deserve this. And it doesn't come. He presents, the evil. He presents the negative. He presents the horror I brought to myself. And this is what I get. And my reflection is to get upset and get mad at something that would have been from my own hand or even worse. So 100%, I honor those and I honor these things. I know that for a fact, never to do it. And that's what I'm doing in my appearance and reflection, even my decisions. And he says, no, I'm perfect, I'm flawless, I'm faultless. I don't see it, I'm like, I tried to kill you, destroy everything, kill myself. And it's like, no, you didn't. So I have that gift and sold that out and did some things, did bad things and ruined that. He's that nice after all that. And I still choose to go further. And so fast forward. So now this time we're in the fight. And what's reflective, I should have took it. I should have aided it and just held it and praised his name for it. I drop it, let it go, angry. I don't want anything to do with it because it felt he's doing it over, leaving me. All I see is what caused the first original blow up, and I'm perfect after the first blow up. And I got pretty mad after the first blow up. So here comes another one. So if I'm perfect after the first blow up, here's the second one. And I'm madder and I'm deeper and I'm destroying more things and I see more things that's making me angry and not like. And in that same reflection, I don't know where I'm going. I'm sinning. And here's God holding me, protecting me, loving me. And here's God messing with me, angering me, wanting me to die and not want to be here anymore. And you tell me the devil's not present, right? And at the same time, he ain't. Now it's God. So my anger sees this individual clearly doing it. I'm not just here feeling like that for no reason. And you see the love in him that's clearly, God and loves you and wants you to be in Jehovah's forever. And would you refuse it, neglect it, and throw it away? And that's how I've been. I've been so angry. I was like, my dad would come to me. God would come to me, right? Jehovah would come to me like, leave me alone. Go away. I don't want nothing to do with you. Because I'm so mad at that time. My mother's spirit, rest in peace. I can get mad at her, push her, maybe even hit her. And then my other mother, who's alive, but through the spirit of God and the birth of Emmanuel, Yeshua, Jehovah, my hair is so fair, and love, one, the Holy Spirit, Kakarot, she was found with child through Holy Spirit. And she's my mother who, where's the birth recollection of her birthing me? But because of, the anti-Lord, the Antichrist, the anti, Almighty, it appears as if he's her child, who she gave birth to, but he's only blaspheming, hypocriting. He's only, betraying me. But that's my mother too. And I don't want to say her name and stuff, but I'd say she's my mother and post and write her messages and like, that's my mom. And just praying she knows I'm her son, that one, that boy, I'm still here living on my own, still doing me away. And she's been supportive, been blessing and feeding me and giving me things like my mother should, proving she is, and I am her child. And I ended up hitting her, getting mad at God, because this is a gift, this is a blessing, this is something that's important to me. And I wanted to show how bad I wanted to die, exit, and lose everything I had, because she's so precious. Like Granny, I hit my mother. I hit her only because I wanted God to take me away. I wanted her to disown me as her child, and I wanted the sacred laws of the Ten Commandments to honor thy mother and father to be broken by my hands and actions, only displaying how angry and frustrated and how disappointed I was, and hoped it caused a curse, a death, and a punishment to me, as if I deserved it. And I did it on purpose to deserve the punishment, because I wanted to be put, I wanted to be outcasted out. And I begged him. I wanted the enemy to kill me, take me over, have pleasure in my death. And he preserved me, kept me alive, God, Jehovah. only to present, okay, here, now he has it. Live like it. And now the time is gone. I'm not angry. I'm angry, but I'm not, it's not that peak. I'm living life. God has blessed me to have a few puffs of air, and you start to see his beauty in air, the cleanness in your life, and all that anger, which you're still angry, but it wasn't that important, wasn't so big, right? Now here's the consequences of your actions. Now you have to live. Welcome. Now you have to live and carry out the bed you made and presented. He's presented it back to me and given me. Now that's your influence. That's what you said. And it's right there in front of me. I got to live like that. And not I don't like it. It just doesn't add up to who I am, me, all he blessed me with, the gifts. And that's what just started to see everything he gave me and blessed me and just kept me start falling, just coming down. Couldn't have it, couldn't touch it. Everything just being taken away. All my glory, everything's gone. And he's like, this what you want? And I'm so angry. I'm like, whatever, shut up. I'm not listening to you, whatever. Take it away. And sometimes I'll be like, no, don't. But I don't want it either. But you don't have to take it. And I want to bless it. And then all the love he gave, all the sacrifice of my hands, Granny's hands, I'm like, bless it, preserve it, keep it in heaven, store it up to you. But you don't have to have me have it. But I don't want to cast it to my enemy and let my enemy have it and give it to my opponents and give it to, my betrayer. I didn't want it. And I still don't want that. But when I get so hurt and lost, is like I picture my brother on the cross. And instead of us stabbing him, I want them to be stabbing me with my death. Only to show the eagerness of my opponent of evil. This is what you want to see. This is what you want. Kill me. I'm still going to be me. Eventually I'll smile. Eventually I'll be back. 3 days, resurrection. It's just, I'll be happy at that moment. But then God's grace, his will, his love lets me see it. And I'm disappointed. And I wish, I can pray I'd never do it again. And then here I am doing it again. So that's what I feel. And that's what I've been going through, y'all. And as your pastor and teacher, as far as the answer, I'm not going to try to just search for something to say to fix it right at the moment. Because I got to engage. I have to live like that. That was my mistake. Like literally right. Everything I just said right now. My hand on the Bible just happened, word for word. Been happening. Every time I say it, that's what's been happening. I have to live like that. I made that choice. Now it's Almighty God, the Almighty Jehovah, whether it was a mistake or a blessing. And it's on him. And I have to sit here and endure knowing I made the choice. So can't go back. Now, what's the result of it? Now, that's mine. That's my reality. The whole time I'm not trying to abuse perfection. Because in my heart, I'm mad. I'm not focused on abuse. I'm upset. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't something I get to do it, and I'm just mad. Mm-hmm. Which surprisingly, which is like, in a sense, like, he's abusing it because if I had the blessing to just be mad and be perfect and do something like that, it's like, F that. So that's how mad I am. Now, in my prayers, if there is a prayer to God, I pray to exercise the perfection and faultless and blameless as if I did the right choice. But that's off of wisdom and being responsible. Because I made the decision that in reality, even if I was that mad, would I? Is the real key. And even now, I feel like I'm trying to cover up something that I made, and I need to live it, interpret it, translate it, dream it, then I can understand whether or not to feel sorry. But I haven't done it. So I have no idea whether or not I reflected something negative or something positive on my life, on myself, towards God. I have no idea. The prophet Job was angry and didn't know. I'm angry and know it's not God, or this is God. And, look at my actions. I'm not worshiping him. I'm not thanking him. I'm not praising him for this to me. I'm angry. I'm upset. I hate him for it. And that's coming out. And my opponent, Vic and Javante and, everybody, the five, everybody trying to come against me. As if they know God, they know me, they know my life, they know Granny. And I can't get mad. I can't get upset. I can't refuse and rebel and, choose to know the difference of God and, evil. So they try to judge me and harass me and cast stones. He who is without sin cast the first stone, which I have no fear, but they judge me and try to force it to be judgment. And I don't even know if I did anything or not. Not saying I'm innocent. I didn't do so. What I did, I should be dead right now. The fact I'm not dead gives hope, or hope me being dead is going to be even greater, like even worse. So it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? Like at all. But there's hope. There's hope that at the same time of hope, there's, I don't want to say doubt, because look at me. I think if God's upset at me or anything is last week I did it and was blessed. Why this week it just so happened, and you clearly don't want it to, because I prayed for it and it happens. And I was blessed last week. Now this week I'm so distraught, upset, and discouraged. Now reflect, if anything, have faith in myself, which is impossible at this point, which is the greatest, because now it shows my strength, my reflect, what I can do and what I want to do and what I'm willing to do is just, I don't want to play. Thank you. I don't want to play with God. Thank you. Thank you. What's happening on Antonius? I don't want to play with God. So that's my caution. But at the same time, me wanting to die and not be here and live has been significant. Like right now, if I was dead because he allowed it to happen, I wouldn't be here. Thank you, brother. I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking. I wouldn't have this great feeling of what I'm saying right now, because I'm getting strength and courage from it, which I wasn't even going to come. That fear and doubt and just that feeling that you're not in a good place. You got to understand, if someone was feeling like me, they would have came to me. Thank you. They would have came to me for these words to get help, to feel good. And I would have had to, if someone came to me with that problem, I had to muster some kind of congregation between God and them and ensure them, at least from God, you made a mistake. And ensure them, at least from God, everything's going to be okay. You're forgiven. So now I need it. And I don't have no mediator. I have no help. I have no present. I have no one I can come to. So the gift becomes from yourself, which you don't want to be misled wrong. I don't want to tell myself, God said everything's okay. I get struck by lightning because he's even madder that I believed everything was all right. I believe that, and I believe he would appoint me. What do you mean? I don't get your question. What you talking about? What do I want? I'm new to TikTok. I'm not really familiar with it like that, so I don't really know it like that. I'm just, you want a rose or not? I'll take it. I appreciate that. I'll take it. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm new, you guys. I'm new. I don't know it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Those help. I appreciate that, Antonio. Here, man. Let me follow you. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm new to this, man. I don't really know how that works. Thank you, man. God bless you. God bless you. Oh, man, that was nice. See, I got some on TikTok. Now, look, I'm on Bigo and Facebook as well. That's why when you see me keep looking, I'm talking to Bigo and Facebook. So I appreciate that. That's cool. That's how this works. So you got to get stuff. So it's not about people just looking at you. You got to get stuff. I thought it was just people looking at you. See what I'm saying? I was just sitting there like, what you talking about? What? I ain't know what you was talking about. Okay. I was like, you keep looking. That's what I thought. You can keep looking. That's what I was like, man. Okay. All right, y'all. But I do gotta leave in like maybe 10 minutes, y'all. So I gotta go, but I'll be back this evening. Give me about 2-3 hours. I'll be back in a few hours and I'll continue. But okay. So I appreciate that. Okay, I got you. Much love. Okay, so that's what and if God, it ain't even God, I know God is like that. I keep telling you guys God is this real. It ain't just that you do bad stuff and he's going to forgive you. God got me doing it for which I pray is the reason to be this bad, because he loves me that much and he's going to do something. He's going to have me lead and teach you guys from this bad that I'm doing. I promise you. And he's like that. And I don't have no doubts of it. My thing is, I don't want it if I've done something against him. If I'm 100% legit and he loves me because of me, which I'm not just trying to make these mistakes, but the mistake I made and how far I took it, I can understand he doesn't. I gotta understand. Sometimes he'll pick one and not choose the other. Sometimes there's multiple brothers that do great things, but out of them, one does greater. Maybe I messed up my ability to be that one, and I'm just another brother that made a mistake. In his book of his sons, and my brother is going to be the one, and I gave that up. And I honor that. Let my brother. I just don't want him to have to step in and do something for me to be forgiven. Is all. That's my only thing. Let me live and make my decision how I'm supposed to make my decision. And if that was perfect, as God named the bird a bird and Adam named it one, and if that's what he would say is perfect, okay. If not, and I have to be fixed, then I would gladly pass it to my brother. But even now, I feel like I'm taking the short route. But God knows what he did and what's going on, and he can see. So, he knows it's not 100% just me saying this for no reason. Let's give me that. Still doesn't mean it's 100% okay. But I feel like I got makeup on. Let me see. I thought so. I knew I was glowing. It's like they got me glossing. They did that. I didn't put that on. I let my real look. I don't like that stuff. Let my real look. That's why I be coming sometimes, man. I've been coming lately. Like, not ugly, but I've been coming. If I just woke up or something, I'm not about to do nothing to get in front of the camera. Like I normally would, try to look nice today and stuff like that. But sometimes I get up, I'm like, man, forget that. And just, if I look toe up, I look toe up. And that's because I was out like that. And there's times I wake up, didn't brush my teeth, didn't take a shower, nothing, go straight live, smoking, chilling. So I got used to it back then, which was like consistent, like, I'm fresh and stuff like that. But you saw me at my lowest. And I was like, man, I'm not about to do that and be hiding and have to just go, let me go. Let me get right before push lives like, what's up? Still me. I just look tore up and I said to myself, I'm about to shoot myself for doing this. But, and you know what's crazy? I look like that. This is what people wake up, make up. You woke up and look like that. What are you hiding? How you look? Your hair ain't right. You didn't do that. You got that outfit on. You got it on and you fine with it. Show yourself. That's what you got to stop hiding. If you look like that, but with this, you look like that, that's not you. You know what I'm saying? And without it, you're going to be less of yourself. The person that walk and talk and breathe the same before they put that stuff on. You know what I mean? So come in grips with who you are and what you got and what you are. Like, and that's how I would try to teach. But that's all from that. And you guys, my bad for not getting those scriptures in for today. I'm a little late. I had to make me this breakfast and stuff. That took a little longer. But I definitely will be back later tonight. And try my best to make up being late. About an hour late. Not even probably an hour, about like a half hour late. So wasn't that bad, but love y'all. And I want y'all to just continue to do good with who I present to you as God. Who I am teaching you as the Lord, and who I am giving you as the one. Stay loyal to him. This God and this whole everything, man. Forget you, cuz, you know what I'm saying? Because you a buster, you a sucker. I have to. And like I said, all the great things my father's blessed me with, I'ma honor that. Now, all the deceptive, all the tools, all the tactics make me think you did it or had something for me and all this. I just want to say, I have no respect for you. That's what it's going to boil down to. I'm not trying to save myself to be right. I don't want to try to defend myself. I can't believe in someone that would lead me to these circumstances after I already asked 100 million times, to bless me and make sure, because I know me. I know my reactions. I know how I feel things. I know how I take things. I know how things disappoint me and let me down. So just begging him not to be that person, and he would do it anyway. So I love you guys. Take care. Part 2 of God Bless Me to be back. We'll try to pick up from here, and hopefully what we read today. I have no idea. I didn't read anything or anything like that. So hopefully what we read today, I need it. So we're going to hold on. We're going to cling on to it. But I love you guys. Take care. God bless. I may even start saying